Educational. Boarding schools were set up. By 1887 there were 117 boarding schools and 11 day schools. If children did not go to school, their rations were stopped. Cultural. Parents are unable to teach their children their traditional way of life when they were removed to boarding schools and taught to have white values, customs and beliefs. Social. With children taken away from their families and the end of the hunt, traditional social roles were undermined. Political. Rations were initially given to chiefs to distribute, securing their position. Later they were given to families, eroding the power of the chief. Economic. The Native Americans were banned from hunting and the buffalo herds were destroyed, making them dependent upon government handouts of food. Territorial. The government passed a series of laws which reduced the size of the Sioux reservation and split them into smaller groups. Religious. Feasts, dances, and ceremonies were banned. Medicine men were undermined. Legal issues. The U.S. government took over all legal matters from 1885, judging and punishing Native Americans according to American law, eroding the power of councils. Missionaries went amongst the Native Americans, trying to convert them to Christianity. Dawes Allotment Act. The U.S. government deliberately eroded the power of the chief with the Dawes Act, dividing the land into individual plots. Division. The Dawes Allotment Act enabled white Americans to settle on reservation land that was not used, further dividing the Native Americans from each other and damaging the sense of community. Status. Native American men's self-worth was determined by their horses and skill in battle. Horses and weapons were taken from them. Hunting and warfare were banned. Dishonesty. Some Indian agents stole rations meant for Native Americans or gave them inferior supplies. People were punished without trial. Disease. Poor conditions on reservations and exposure to European diseases to which they did not have immunity led to many Native Americans dying. Oklahoma Land Rush. On 7 occasions from 1889 the government opened up remaining areas of land between reservations and homestead to settlers. Some took Native American land and were not punished.